Being the first Canadian contingent in Yugoslavia, we didn't know exactly what we would be confronting. We were told that it would be peacekeeping, and that our arrival within the country would basically calm most things down.
I was the brigade commander in Germany, and the mission that was given to us in the same lines as if we were going in for the 14th rotation to Cyprus. 9 rounds per man, no indirect weapons, and we were going into a place which on television my own soldiers had seen the bombing and the razing of Vukovar. And it was not very credible, the kind of perception that came out of both the military hierarchy in some cases, but predominantly out of the politicians. We were going into a, quote, peacekeeping role.
We had a lot of suspicions at the soldier level that things weren't exactly how Ottawa told us they were.
The soldiers' first night in Croatia confirmed that keeping the peace in the Balkans would be different than the monitoring of conflict in Suez or Cyprus, where tentative truces had been negotiated. Here, there was no peace to keep. General Mackenzie, as leader of the Canadian contingent, learned that lesson along with his troops.
Naturally, I wanted to be there and do the general officer thing and welcome them there as a United Nations officer and also as the senior Canadian on the ground, the Canadian contingent commander. So I got them together and explained to them that we had been invited here by the Croatian and Serbian authorities. We were separating their forces, we were protecting people on the ground, and that there was no rhyme or reason why they should be targeted.
They lined their vehicles up like they're on a parade square back in Canada. They lined up their little pup tents that the troops were sleeping in. The kitchen set up, and there was a little mess tent where the guys could have some pop and chips. And you know, there was no machine guns sighted. There was no trenches dug. There was no defensive works whatsoever. The vehicles were locked up. The weapons were put away. Nobody had any ammunition. We just thought, okay, you know, we're on another normal peacekeeping tour. So get a good night's sleep, and you know, work would be difficult. We'll be here for 6 months together. Delighted to have you well-trained Canadians here with you. God bless you. See you, and off to the next organization. All of a sudden, in comes a pile of mortars. 4 mortar bombs about a kilometer away. They see the big piles of dirt. And then 4 more mortar bombs about 800 meters away, and then 4 more about 500 meters away. And the guys are starting to wonder, you know, those things get dangerous inside 100 meters. Next group lands about 100 meters, and everybody starts looking at each other, wondering who's going to panic first. Of course, then a whole series of mortar bombs falls right on the camp, and it's just pandemonium.
It's not something you can train for. You can do all the courses, you can do training for years, but to be shelled is something that you can't really train for.
I mean, we're in canvas tents. We thought, oh yeah, here it goes. They dropped us in the middle of Croatia, no backup, no medical support, no firepower, 30 rounds per man, you know, and we're under attack by the Croatians. I mean, where are you going to go?
And so I went back and said, okay, you know, everybody makes a mistake type of thing. Their morale was good probably because I made a fool of myself.